All right, let me turn this camera on. Welcome everybody. Give it 1 minute. Trying to get in. Show the pretty face. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Justin?
What's happening? What's happening? Good to be here.
It's good to be here. It's good for you guys to have joined. You're gonna turn something off. Somebody's vibrating. I think, Justin.
Coming through. Is it all right?
Yeah, it's good now.
All right.
Nah, it's still vibrating. Somebody's vibrating.
It's an echo on Justin's end when Jamar talks. That's what it is.
Right. You have to turn something off.
Try talking again.
Man, I want to welcome all you guys to join this masterclass. You know, really, we put this small barrier in for the last 30 days, 60 days. I've been working with Justin, and you know, not just working with Justin, but you know, thinking of ways that can help traders, thinking of ways that we can help ourselves. You know, inside of the mastermind, we talk a lot about the independence and freedom. And you know, one of the biggest freedoms that we have is the choices that we make on a daily basis of what time we wake up, you know, the disciplines that we can put in place, the rules that we can have for ourselves. You know, a lot of us follow rules to you know, make financial progress. But you know, it's been coming down as, you know, I'm getting closer to halfway being dead. And you know, if we can get some extra time, you know, for our lives, you know, of course, with the resources, you know, it really DCG, the mastermind, this Move to Earn challenge, it's about quality of life. And you know, this is something that Justin and I both have been talking about. And you know, from his side, you know, he's big on the mental aspect of working out. You know, for me, I've been focused on, you know, sharing and making money. And also, you know, I'm 100% all in crypto, which, you know, the big thing about crypto is the community. It's about peer-to-peer. It is about transparency. It is a trustless system, you know, meaning that you don't have to take someone else's word for it. When you're on a blockchain, you can see it, it's visible. And, you know, for us to, you know, be in the crypto, for some of us that's not, for new people to get into crypto, I wanted to introduce this masterclass to kind of, you know, say how does being in crypto, how does the Move to Earn, how does all this relate to our life? And this is where Justin and myself, you know, kind of came up with the concept that, you know, the Move to Earn is not just about playing a game. You know, we are all in the game of life, but this life is, you know, it has an ending. You have levels, and at the end of the level, we get to transcend somewhere else. But in the meantime, we have this body, and we have our time and our experiences that, you know, of course, we spend a lot of our time on Earth trying to create new resources, trying to get more money, trying to be more comfortable. But we neglect the thing that's getting us there, our vehicle. So, you know, I'm gonna let Justin hop in here, but you know, who I am is, you guys know me, most of you guys know me here, but if you don't, Jamar James, the DCG mastermind, which is a crypto mastermind, a trading mastermind. It is designed to, you know, allow us to share, allow us to have a place that's comfortable where we can share the things that we're trading, things that we're doing in our life. And one, we believe in the concept that you put two minds, three minds together, it becomes a third mind with infinite possibilities. And so with that being said, for the last 7 years, you know, this has been a passion, right? To live life on our own terms. That is kind of what the mastermind is about, to have the option to trade from anywhere, to make money where you don't have to be at a physical location, but you can trade through the markets. I think we have the biggest advantage to make money in that environment. And you know, I realize that trading is kind of a reflection of life. You know, we're always making some type of trade, you know, whether it's time for money, whether it's relationships for location. We're always making trades. And so with that being said, I'd like to let Justin introduce who he is. He's also a mastermind member, but everybody in the mastermind has multiple hats. They're not just a trader. And that is the power of our network.
Yeah, thanks. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Justin Reich. I dedicated my life to health, fitness, performance, practicing professionally for 15 years now. And I got into crypto probably back in 2019. And through a series of, going through that rabbit hole and down that path, I found a lot of similarities between what I've dedicated my life to and what crypto was bringing. And, Jamar talks about the network, the peer-to-peer aspect. I really drive the mindset aspect of health into, having you experience that this is going to better everything that you do. It's going to improve everything that you are and that you want to, and what you want to achieve. And the strength of the network in crypto is really based on, the trust in the community and the security that it provides. And health is no different in that regard. It's strengthening the network with yourself, your mind, and your body. And it's increasing your ability to perform physically. And, we may not look at ourselves as athletes from a business perspective or a trading perspective or whatever it is that you do. But the fact of the matter is that your brain, is the number one consumer of energy for our bodies, and what we feed it and how we move influences how clean this system operates. And just like a computer, if you got a bunch of files and a bunch of crud that's backing up the system, it's going to slow down and it's going to operate at a lower level. So, my goal with all you guys is to help you realize that you have another 3 gears in the transmission, right? Like if you're operating at your A game right now, I want you to, look at how health is going to make that A game look like a C game, and you're going to operate at a whole new level. So that's what I've been practicing for 15 plus years, and glad to be here to be able to help you guys take it to the next level.
All right. And so, with that being said, Justin, when I asked Justin I was like, hey man, I'm getting in shape. He's a mastermind. Someone told me I was getting fat, and I was like, man, you've been following me for 4 or 5 years. And that's the one thing you point out. Not that you want to join the mastermind, but I was getting fat on live. And so, to be a mindset, to me, anything in life, when we decide to make a switch, we can change things. There's probably only one aspect of your body that can't be changed over time, and that's probably your teeth. That's the one bone in your body that can't repair itself. But every other organ in our body, we can reverse, or we can actually treat, or we can get better, we can get stronger, we can help regrow it. And so, with that being said, if I'm the mindset coach inside of the mastermind, it's just a switch for me. And so in the last, 30 days, I've lost about 14 pounds or 15 pounds. The scale, man, it messes me up. It fluctuates every day. But, to do that, that's something we do every day. And Justin and I, over the last 30 days, I've learned so much about turning our body into an asset. For our girls, my little daughters, my wife say, don't do this, but about giving weight complexes. But, in my mind, your appearance, it's important. People judge you based on your appearance. And I realized that I was being judged in the mastermind based on my appearance. And it wasn't, I never cared what anyone else thought. I've always been free, ride bikes. I've always been reckless in life, from a young age. And so, but when I think about my daughters, and I think about, why I spend so much time trading, why I spend so much time living this lifestyle, it is so I can see them get older. I can grow, right? And no matter how much money we have, how much money I have, and how much money you have, we all have time. And at a certain point, me hanging around different masterminds. Actually, I met Justin. He was in a $30,000 mastermind. It cost me $20,000. Chris, a couple of guys in DCG, they've also joined me in the mastermind that we're in a higher level, and we realized that we were paying for the environment. And so I was like, man, we have DCG, we have a mastermind. It is lots less. It's not 20,000. It's not 30,000. We can bring a lot of that value in that environment, and we can turn our mastermind into a $30,000 environment that we've already paid for if we just share, some of our best stuff. And so, Justin, when I first went to him, he was like, yeah, man, it's 12,000 to work with me. And, and he asked me, well, how much is my time worth? And I was like, man, it's 12,000 to work with me too, if I'm going to work with you directly. And so he says, well, we both want to share some of this stuff. What is going to be worth our time? And it was the impact. If we can help a lot more people and a lot more people join us, and it feels like it's worth it, right? Because it's hard to do one-on-one. So with that being said, I always say trading changes your life. It points out your flaws, and this is just another thing. I realized that there's certain things everybody here can do, right? Starting tomorrow, that help you in trading. Some of those are get more sleep. Do you want to go down the list, Justin? Or you want to just touch on?
Yeah. So a couple things, you guys. The foundations of what we're talking about here is it don't matter if you're a person who's been practicing this your whole life, or you're just getting started, like maybe some of you here today. The foundations for, a good day lead to a good night, and a good night leads to a good day. I know we've all had those restless nights, and then we got to grind through it the next day. And, we've got the mindset, the ability to push through, mind over matter, but it's still, it carries with it attacks. Like you said, there's always a trade for something. And, so I focus on a few things that really set up for a good day, and then things that set up for a good night. And one of those things is really just setting up frequent movement throughout the day. This is something that Jamar and I talked about in the beginning, where it was like, okay, instead of going for a 30-minute walk once a day, go for 3 10-minute walks, throughout the day, frequent movement, drinking plenty of water, so I got my cup here, I'm constantly refilling it. Exactly. So always having water in hand. It's kind of like, if you've ever gone to a party, or you're out, if you got a drink in hand, you're going to be drinking it. So just make it water, and just keep that frequent. Have a nighttime routine, have a morning routine, get up, set your mind right, get to bed at the same time every night, and make sure that you set the stage for a good night's sleep, because that's going to lead to a good day. A restful sleep is going to lead to an energetic day, and that's going to allow you to perform and really just get everything in line for a good, solid, productive, profitable day.
Right.
So those would be the things I would focus on.
Right. And so overall, there's stuff we've already talked about, and we're not going to spend a lot of time. We're going to stick to our hour, but the goal setting, the discipline, the time management, the consistent work, you can apply that. You have to apply that to weight loss, to health. You have to apply that to trading. If you don't do the goal setting and you get into trading, you will lose everything because you don't have a goal. The same thing with weight loss. People, they lose weight and then they blow up 2-3 days later or 2 or 3 months later, because it was just a goal. It wasn't a switch. The time management. I used to say I don't have time to work out, but I'm sitting in front of a computer for 6-7 hours looking at trades or looking at charts, at certain times. The consistent work. One of the reasons I like day trading, because I didn't want to have to work so hard every day, right? I didn't want to have to be forced. So now it's just prioritization of time. So in this 30-day challenge, I'm going to introduce some of the things that I introduced to my elite, right? I have an elite group where guys work with me one-on-one, and some of the things I ask them to do is not try to do everything. Do one thing, right? And so with the wealth and the health, we're going to start this 30-day challenge off. But for those who join us, after, right, and it says, hey, you know what, I want to continue on the next 30 days. We're going to ask you to start adding to your life by subtracting. That's the big woohoo. You know, what are the things that you can subtract, you know, from your life that will instantly help you in 30 days? You know, for me, I eliminated alcohol, right? I have a big ass bar in the backyard. You know, after a day of trading or just being stressed out, I would have a drink, and just eliminating that. Eliminating the sitting down for longer than 2 hours. If I'm sitting down for longer than 2 hours, I'll get up and I'll take a walk. You know, some of you guys don't have the freedom if you're working a 9 to 5 or something like that, but you do get breaks. And what would you do in those breaks? You know, elastic bands. And now he says, well, what does that have to do with, you know, that's the health part, but that's also, it's for your mind. Imagine being stressed out for 4 or 5 hours straight and still thinking you're gonna work at your optimum. You know, sometime taking a break 2 hours after trading, you know, it will help you tons to just get away from the market. You know, some of this working hard. We've been trained to work hard and not work smarter. And working hard doesn't necessarily say you're gonna work better. All right. So negativity. You know, I talk about this in the mindset. Eliminate negative people and negative conversations. You get to a point where you become successful, right? And you have, like, I'll just use me for example, because I talked to Taylor Welch about this and other guys. You know, it's like, if you look at your day and you have gaps, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of traders, a lot of successful people, they'll fill them gaps with things that they need to get done. And so for me, I have podcasts, I have the mastermind, I have someone that always needs help. I don't have time to respond to negativity. I don't have response time. And your old friends, they will say, well, man, you don't have time for us no more. You're changing. And it's really that you're busy. You're so focused. And so now fill your downtime with health time. That, hey, I want to focus on me and I'm going to get better. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to exercise. You know, eliminate the negativity. Someone was talking about, I was in Tennessee and they said they had a shooting there in January, or a bomb blew up in December or January. And I was like, bomb blew up? Like, what you mean a bomb blew up? And I guess it made nationwide news that in Tennessee that someone on Christmas or New Year's parked a car and it blew up in downtown Tennessee. And I never knew because I don't watch the news. And it's kind of, I watch the financial news, but I just eliminate a lot of negativity and I don't focus on it. You will have people talk about you or say things. The one thing for your mental health, a lot of guys hit the market with mental issues, that meaning that someone else, their family, a lot of pressure, you know, it is bringing you down. One of the things that Justin was telling me is the stress. The stress in your life will also be seen in your health. The stressors slows down your metabolism, right? It basically brings you down. And you know, another study that we have, I don't know if you're gonna bring up some PowerPoints, Justin, but
yeah, I can share a few things here.
Okay. All right, let's get into some of the stuff so they can see something with their eyes.
We'll get into some facts here. So so I want to share something that just kind of highlights off of what Jamar was talking about. And there was a study done back in 2000s, traders who were taking higher profits and testosterone levels, and the traders who were earning more had higher levels of testosterone. And put it in the view here. So, you know, with this being said, you know, man or woman, you know, we got to look at testosterone as one of the hormones of youth. You know, it is a indicator of overall health and well-being. And when we talk about testosterone and being, you know, the main measure of performance here, I want to get to a point where let's look at it from a health perspective. You know, when we look at a lean individual versus an overweight individual, that is going to carry with it side effects. And there's going to be negative side effects in the measurement of heart disease, stroke, low libido, low energy, right? Like the physical starts to actually represent what's going on internally. You know, if you feel sluggish, if you feel down and out, if you feel like, you know, the energy isn't on par where it needs to be, that's going to have implications on your performance in your day to day. Some things to share here with obesity and overweight when we talk about quality of life. And, you know, I know Jamar has some stories about, you know, people who have just immediately taken a turn for the worst unexpectedly. Life was going good and they didn't know they had anything. And all of a sudden, boom, they got colon cancer or something, you know, really alters the way of their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you can carry on for a period of time, but there's always a trade. You know, the overindulging in food, the lack of movement and prioritizing these little things that we're talking about here, you know, it leads to cancer. It leads to cardiovascular disease. So these are two of the top killers in America here, and it can be prevented, but it's a lifestyle choice. It's a trade. And, you know, as Jamar was saying, you know, the main thing here is that trade your downtime for health time. I think that's a great message here.
All right. And so, you know, another aspect in this 30-day challenge, of course, we're going to have crypto. We're going to talk about the move to earn. You know, what is that? You know, move to earns is ways in crypto where you can actually get paid. I think that's the future. Internet of Things, the wearables. I think a year or two from now, it's going to be a huge market, because the same way that everybody has a phone, I think also we'll have things to check on our health. I mean, I have a little a thing that measures my metabolism, and it measures when I'm burning fat, and I'm able to breathe in it. I have a smartwatch that tells me the quality of sleep and my blood pressure. You know, the wearables are going to be introduced into the health aspect. And one of the things we're going to do in this challenge is introduce you to all the new apps that are coming out. You know, one of the things I was doing, I was walking last weekend, and I was at my daughter's softball game, and I was just trying to, you know, staying active, staying with my steps. And one of the things that when I was walking, some of the softball dads came over like, "Hey, man, what you trying to get in shape?" Blah blah blah. And then about two of them came to me, and this is just some of the things that we're going to go over on the Muda app. I mean, these are like 25. There's over 70 different new Muda app things. The startup costs are free. And so one walk, that me walking one time, you could actually earn on 20 different apps at one time by taking one walk. So now we can leverage the amount of exercise that we're doing and start earning from them. That is one of the things that we're going to be introducing in the challenge. You can actually download a new app and have a new Move to Earn game. Some of them not going to be around in 6 months, a year. And some of them that you're going to earn, they're going to be around for the next 2, 3, 4 years. And they're going to go from 1 cent for the tokens to maybe a few dollars. And you don't have to put money in. So, you know, some of the intro to crypto for this challenge is going to be introducing you to these new apps and these new ways to get in early. You know, when I first bought Binance Coin, it was at 70 cents. When I first bought, you know, things like Ethereum Classic was at like $3. You know, just being in time. But in the meantime, in 30 days, you know, when I was doing that walk at the softball field, the dads came up to me and he was like, "Bro, they just diagnosed me. I'm going to chemo next week. I got colon cancer." And I was like, "Man, you got colon?" He's like, "Bro, I feel totally normal. I feel healthy." And he's like, "I just had one bowel movement and it had blood." And I was like, "Man, I haven't been in the hospital. I mean, I haven't been in a doctor in 4 years." So I decided that I had blood in my stool and I just decided to go. And normally, you know, he says a lot of times they overlook it, but someone that he worked with, he got prostate cancer. So when he had blood in his stools, and so the purpose is that a lot of people that get or have diseases don't even know they have them. And so in this 30 days, in this 30-day challenge, it's not like when we think of cancer, we think of someone sick, they're losing their hair. We think of the in treatment person. we don't think of the person that is totally healthy, that's walking around. And we also have a mastermind member. I don't think he's on this call, but he joined my elite a couple of weeks ago, and I gave him an offer to come in because he was telling me his story. For 10 or 11 years, he fought these health issues, and the doctor had called and said, "Hey, it's actually deteriorating. Your spine is deteriorating. In a couple of more months or soon, it's going to deteriorate, and it actually controls your respiratory system. And so when it completely dislodges, you're gonna suffocate." And they told him that. And so he was like, "Well, what can I do?" And they was like, they start just giving him things to treat it. So he started going to different functional doctors. And he found a doctor that basically now I got an appointment with him on the 12th. And all he had was he had an allergy to foods. And he's been eating these foods for 10 years. And he stopped eating them. He went on a diet, and in 3 weeks, it stopped deteriorating and he got healthy. But he went from, being told he was going to die to being completely cured. But it was just the fact that he was conscious and he didn't give up. And so in this 30-day challenge, a lot of traders, they quit. A lot of people on their health, they'll start and they'll quit. I don't want to call his name, but he's in my elite, and I told him I wanted him to come in and share some of the stories, and we're going to share the doctor inside of the 30-day challenge. But I invited him in because I was like, man, that's a testimony. We need people to know that when people give you your stage 4 and your final, and hey, you're gonna die, and you accept it, that's how people die. They go in this state of depression, and it's like, it's nothing I can do. And all he had to do was change his diet. And no one ever tested him. So, when I say that we can change our lives in 30 days, it means that we can go from feeling hopeless, the same way that traders come in, they feel like they've been losing all their the whole career, they can't figure it out, to a couple of switches that will change everything. And that's what traders experience. A lot of good traders, they just have one day that it switches, a couple of tweaks, and everything changes. For guys in health, sometimes people wait until they get desperate, right? They wait till they get desperate, and then they make a change. And so for me, this 30-day challenge is really just to me, I always say I need bigger problems. And when I had COVID, I had a big problem, but I overcame it. And, I never thought I was going to die, and I never do think I'm going to die. And that's the scary part for me. I felt invincible. The scary part for me in the market is I feel like I can make money at any time, and, but I also know that we have to keep moving. So this move to earn, it is not just, hey, we're going to make some money over here on these apps. Hey, we're just going to, take a couple of walks for, it is a mindset switch. And so I'm saying that if I had 2 months to live, how much would I spend to get 2 more months? How much would Steve Jobs have given to get 2 more months? Right? Let's not wait until we have a terminal disease and they tell us that we only have 1 week, and now we're trying to stretch it out for 4 weeks. We can make this switch. You can get more money. We can invest in the apps early. We also can make a lifestyle change. And, this is going to be a new way that I introduce people to crypto. Because in 70 days, buying and selling is one thing, but now we're starting to see on the move to earn side that there's just a couple of apps you can download. And now you have to navigate. People give up because they don't know how to navigate the platform. Oh, how do I get to BNB? Or what things can we use? So we're going to have a class every Sunday night that help guys that just trying to get in and trying to use it. We're going to be posting every day because, I work out every day now. Whether it's just a walk, a 10-minute walk, it is just the mindset of moving forward, right? Right now, since this challenge is starting, I'm going to go to an all liquid diet with the guidance of my friend Justin and my other health professional, Lamar. I mean, we got people over here in the mastermind that are experts nutrition, and people pay $20,000 to $30,000 to be in rooms like this. And now we have a whole support group that's already here. So, with that being said, the first stages, is really just a mindset shift. I had a PowerPoint that I was going to go into and, share with guys, and I'll pull it up a little bit, but, it's the information, it's the notepad. It is the, am I committed to making a switch? That is the question that, the mood earn. All right, we got the killer earn over there. Some people dying to live. If you have health problems with the arteries, your skin, the liver, lungs, how do you stay focused on the markets when you're unhealthy, right? For me, I was so determined that when I was in the hospital, I was still trading, but they were telling me not to do anything. And for me, trading was the happy place, right? I've never spent 4 or 5 days. To me, jail was I spent a week in jail before, a couple of weeks. I had more freedom there than I did when I was with COVID, right? So, we can actually reverse and maintain our maintenance. When it comes to recession and depression time, right? And we're going into that area. How do we cope, right? We can't withdraw from life. When things get bad, we can't call a timeout. But our health, in the stress, a lot of people are going through a lot of things, but for working out for some people, it is a stress relief, right? When things get bad, you don't sit in the room and get depressed. You have to become more active, right? We have to face our fears. A lot of times people are drowning out things that are going on with drugs, right? Eating healthy is just a choice. I was out this weekend and we were at a mastermind and they had an open bar, they had food. And one of my mastermind members, Chris Stanek, he was there. He doesn't drink. So our decision was like, hey, we just don't hang out with each other, right? I'm going to get new friends. Even though we're here, I'm going to choose a healthy environment for me. Right. They had a gym there on the second floor. So you know what? I'll take a 10, 20-minute walk. Right. And then also if we don't, in an economic and a financial downfall, do? We make more money. Right. Let's just make more money. When there's negativity, I focus on let's make more money. So here with the mood to earn apps, the things that we're going to introduce inside of the challenge. Every day there's a new app coming up, and some of these apps we're going to research. I'll be researching them on a daily. We'll have Nicholas Massey, which is he's also a mastermind member, but he's a cross country runner. One of the stories that I read that inspired me was David Goggins when he was like, hey, I run 100 miles, and I do these triathlons. We're going to introduce the Mood to Earn apps, and you'll have a new one that you can install. You can, some of them have startup costs, some of them don't, right? And we'll have 30 apps that don't require anything. And so when you go for a walk, you sign up for all of them. And now that walk, you're earning on all 30 apps, or maybe all 20 apps. And this is the way we leverage. And so some of these apps are in an infancy stage, right? They're not even, we also got some beta. We got some beta programs that they're going to allow DCG to be some of the first users, or some of the masterminds in the 30-day challenge. They're going to allow them to be some of the first users on the platform. Of course, some of them not going to work, but you see the opportunity that Cal got, being early in undead blocks, and then, actually getting a position or helping working with them. That opportunity may turn into a millionaire, billionaire status for Cal, right? Being early. So if we would have worked out earlier, right? If we got into trading earlier, imagine, where we are, and we don't have to miss out. People say, oh, if I got in crypto early, well, if I got in this early, well, this mood to earn environment, this category in crypto, or we already see the watches, we already see the wearables, we already see the things that are coming out. there are going to be some gems that we're going to find in the next 12 months. We can actually use them. We can be focused on them. And this is a way for new people in crypto, especially people like Justin, that he's not new in crypto, but he works out every day, right? Lamar and all of his athletes works out every day. All the trainers that we have, now we can introduce the wealth side to it. But then once they make money in that environment, and can we also teach them to leverage it? Can we teach them to use the DeFi platforms like Gains.trade and take $100 and turn it to $1,000? And now you have the $1,000, you leveraging once you learn how to trade. So some of the things that we're going to offer, that I think we overlook: the goal setting course, the 7-day challenge, the alligator strategy. That is going to be introduced in the 30-day challenge, but the first thing is going to be introduced are the apps that we want to focus on, the apps that we have beta on that we can get in early. And it doesn't cost you any money to start. It just costs you effort. And that's the same thing with working out. Working out doesn't cost you any money to start. It just costs you your effort. And that means energy. You can spend energy and make money. That is a new mindset shift. Spending energy to turn it into money. The same way we burn sugar and fat. And what else do we burn, Justin, when we're working out?
It's everything from sugar, fat, and then stress. That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one, I would say, above all. So clear your mind. Like you said, you got to take a break. You got to be able to break free. Not necessarily you don't turn it off. You just carry it over into something else that refreshes you to bring it back to whatever you need to do. I would say stress is the number one right there.
Okay. So, on this masterclass, can we have guys post up? Does anyone here, I mean, you don't have to tell what medical problem, you can say yes or no. Have anyone here had any medical issues that impacted trading in the last 12 months? Right? If you put yes, that means that you've had some type of health issues. And what I realize is that even the stress that we have, when I talk about medical issues, we always think physical. There's an emotional stress. There's a mental stress. I'm going to be honest. The last 3 Fridays, I've lost money trading, right? And Friday has become my worst, Friday and Saturday, because of the emotional stress of, hey, I need to make a trade. The market is moving. And, me trying to change the routine or put it in. The stress of having DCG and masterminds, like I have to trade, right? If I don't trade, I'm not doing my job in my mind. So that's even a medical issue, right? When I'm telling everyone else take a day off, right? And it is the day that I'm trying to squish everything in. The overweight, I've gained weight because of COVID, because of trading, right? Not that I've gained weight, it's that I'm sitting in the house and I'm stressed out. We're bored, and I wasn't paying attention, being aware, right? Most of the friends that I had want to come over and hang out, right? So my free time was either hang out or trade or sit in front of my computer. So, one of the things is addition by subtraction is getting new friends that work out. This is the reason why we're creating this environment, right? And so the stress issue, the medical issue, the physical issues, Justin is going to, I got a list of foods. One of the things that I found out is that I had slow metabolism, right? And I had a slow metabolism because of the stress and lack of movement, and a lack of sleep. So, there was a list of foods that a dietitian, this is, hey, this is going to help you. Remember the liver cleansing foods like garlic, turmeric, beet, mushroom.
I think we lost him here. You guys with me?
Yeah, we're also here. I think
Yes.
it's his
Ah,
connection.
there
or
we go.
something.
He's coming back. Is he off right now?
Nah, I'm here.
All right.
I'm here. You guys see me, right?
Yeah.
All right. These liver cleansing foods, one of the reasons my metabolism was slow is because, you know, over the time, the fat of alcohol, all right, and it becomes that you have a fatty liver, all right, and so if I can speed up my metabolism by eating certain foods, all right, the garlic, the beets, the mushrooms, you know, and then also having a detox. So in the 30 days, we're gonna, you know, Justin is gonna be going live daily. I'm gonna be going live daily. The mindset, right? The mindset calls that we have, that is the first part of being healthy, is just switching the mindset. And then on the trading side, if you come in for the trading side, we're going to focus on one thing. You know, first is going to be the move to earn apps, and then there's going to be the decentralized platforms. And so for the first 2 weeks, the move to earn app, and actually broccoli sprouts is super good for you. The sprouts. So Lamar, he'll be adding in, you know, all the experts. This is going to be a mastermind of guys giving out tips. It is going to be trading. We're gonna have Miss Hall. We're going to be sharing things, information. And then it's like, how do we apply it? We're going to have Nicholas is going to help, you know, on a class every Sunday for guys that are having, we got to move forward. And so this whole 30-day challenge in this masterclass is about telling us that, hey, if you have health issues, there's foods that can treat it, right? And there's exercise that can help. If you have trading issues, right, there's small tweaks that we're going to make, and we're going to add things by subtracting. So anyone that tells me that they're not, you know, having success in trading, one, we're going to focus on the move to earn apps, but I'm going to give them a couple of tweaks and say, hey, for the next 2 weeks, do this one thing, right? It's the one thing. And there's a book that, you know, we shared in the mastermind. It was called The One Thing by Gary Heller. Let me look it up, make sure I give you the exact title right. And in the 30 days, it's like, what is the one goal, you know, that you want to accomplish, right? The one goal that you want to accomplish in life, and tie that to everything that you do, to the food. You know, yeah, it's One Thing by Gary Keller. And it talks about, you know, being focused, you know, take out the one food that, you know, you're going to decide to eat every day, and one food that you won't. You know, I decided to eliminate sugar. They say sugar is a drug. You know, my hardest things, right? Alcohol, sugar, things that's been a part of my life from day one. That was my challenge. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take the hardest things first and start with 30 days. And then I'm gonna, you know, create a group and let their energy, you know, either motivate me or let it support me. Right. And this is something that everybody here, that if they decide to move forward, we want to get vulnerable. Right. We want you to share, what is the one thing that you want to change? What do you want to be here for? You know, I thought about, you know, my dad died at 56, and he started having heart attacks at 39, and then at 44. And then, you know, when I talked to him, he was like, I lived a good life, and, you know, if I die, I'm happy. And I thought that, damn, bro, you never even spent time with me. You left me when I was 4, right? And so don't you want to be here for you know, to spend more time? As I got older, I forgave him for, you know, all the things, but then he never changed his lifestyle. So he didn't want to be here. He didn't care. He was selfish. And so when I looked at the way I lived, riding a motorcycle, you know, drinking every day, I was like, man, my daughter's gonna look at me the same way. And I never wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to be better. So that is the truth of making changes, that it was selfish. I seen a guy that killed himself, and he left his 2 kids. And I think actually Cal Gordon, his wife, posted like, oh man, it's sad, this guy killed himself. And, you know, instantly from my hurt and my pain, I thought, damn, he's a piece of shit. That's what I actually thought in my heart, that he left his 2 daughters by themselves. You know, and so I would never leave my kids. And so if I said that, I can't be taken out by a chicken wing. I can't be taken out by the stress of the markets, right? You know, I'm not going to let a chicken wing destroy the legacy, right? And so this is the part of the truth that in the next 30 days that we want to share, right? You know, the physicians, you know, the guy that saved one of our members, you know, I set an appointment. I was like, hey, I'm in California. I'll pay the teledoc fee. I just wanted to make the relationship with them. So this way, when they have other members, I can feel comfortable referring. I don't like to refer members to people I don't use. So when Justin was helping me, I said, hey, bro, we got a partner, right? We got a partner. Like, plus, you know, secretly, I didn't want to pay the 12 grand. I want to be honest. I wanted to get close to him without paying the 12 grand. So, you know, it was a little cheapness there, you know, had to think like a mastermind, be a little bit smart. And so, you know, with that being said, though, you know, I am paying him more because on the second stage, there's the things that, you know, he introduced that, you know, we want to get guys started. And then there's going to be a second level to work with him closely, to work with me. And the same thing, I think, man, this will be awesome. It'll be awesome to change people's lives, introduce them to crypto and get them to kind of stay focused. But what do we expect? We expect people to get excited, to start. That's why we charge $1 and then they fall out in 14 days, right? And the fee to stay involved is $99, but it's really, people make it about price, but they really don't want to fail in public. That is the whole reason you see traders sharing screenshots of after the trade. They don't want to lose in public. They don't want to declare that, hey, this is what I'm getting into and I lost. Like, crypto is about transparency. So if I say, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds and I get on the scale and I show you guys and I don't lose weight, you guys, man, he's full of shit. And I don't want to be full of shit. I'm detoxing. No more full of shit. I'm cleaning out the colon, right?
Clean in and out.
Clean in and out. So, you know, this is the kind of the thing that I want for the masterminds. I have all these great people, you know, inside of here. And if I'm going to do something, I want my goals to be big enough to impact other people. Right. And so if you're going to make money, the goals that you want to take care of your family. If I hit the lotto, I told everybody in my family, if it's the big lotto, everybody getting $1 million. If not, you know, y'all just have to start business. Y'all can work for me. But, you know, you want to take care of people and I want to have a better circle. Right. And so, you know, realizing that when I went out of town and I had a mastermind member that was in my elite, that he was there, we could trade together in the morning. We hung out at night. And even though we were in this mastermind that we spent a lot of money to be a part of, right, we had each other and we kept each other focused. And then guys in that mastermind, they said, oh man, you know, Justin, like, yeah, Justin is in the mastermind with me. Half their mastermind at 20, 30,000 is some of my guys. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, you know, we have our own environment here and I want everybody here to be successful. I want you to hit your goals, but a lot of people, you know, it's been to a point where we get disconnected, right? I don't know your goals anymore. You don't know my goals anymore. And this is part of the challenge is getting reconnected with a community, right? One of the things that we had about DCG is that when we first started, we were small and we wanted traders, the real traders, to come together and trade. And then we got big and then it became small fractions. Well, if you want to get healthier and you want to get wealthier, I think this is the master class that's going to lead to that, right? And it's also going to, you know, show people that they're quitting on themselves, right? They're setting goals and they're not sticking to it. Justin, we got some questions. Any tips to stop smoking? Any tips other than cold turkey?
Other than cold turkey? Well, yeah, I've got amino acid therapy protocols, which is more along the functional medicine side of things. That might be, you know, some deeper layer stuff, but from a standpoint of just quitting the habit, you got to look at what's triggering the cause, what's the need for it. You know, that's what I would look at it for. And you got to replace something. You got to replace one obsession with another obsession. So you may not be able to see yourself quitting smoking 30 days from now, but you start taking steps along the way to where you start doing the things that we're doing in the 30-day challenge. You're in the environment, most importantly. Like, you know, the main thing that is really this 30-day challenge is about is being around like-minded people that are all holding each other to a higher standard. So, you know, with your goal of quitting smoking, you know, are you hanging around people, everybody else? Are they on the same path? Do they want to quit smoking? You know, your environment is frankly a large, if not the biggest part of what we have in life.
Hey, and let me add, Freon, the last time I was in jail, right? DCG member is free. I spent 2 weeks in jail. I was at a bar, I'm riding motorcycles. I picked up a girl, put her on the back of the bike, and I take off, and she was so drunk, she fell off. 2 cars hit her, right? And they hit her, and I knew some of the guys. They were Marines. The police came, and who was with you guys? What happened? They gave me a breathalyzer. I didn't blow past the legal limit because it just, you know, I'm hanging out, I'm on a bike. I was still disciplined enough, but I picked up a girl that was drunk. And she fell off the bike. I have a 2-year-old, 3-year-old in Huntington Beach on a Thursday night. And they were like, well, if you don't tell us who was with you, you know, you're getting charged with a DUI, with a felony, GBI, great bodily injury thing, right? And so I spent weeks in jail. And, you know, of course, I didn't know the guys. I mean, you know, to me, I had to take responsibility. But after I got out, right, I didn't get no DUI, I have no record. You know, my record is clean, but I went into AA. And I went, and I wasn't even drunk. I didn't have it. I went into AA, and the stories and the people that was there. And to me, I felt bad that, you know, a girl that was under my care got hurt. Even, you know, it was still my fault. I still felt responsible. So I went to the AA for about 3 months, right? And it changed in the relationship with alcohol. Like, part of my perfect day in my morning formula was having a margarita at lunchtime, having drinks at happy hour. Like, so to me, drinking was part of my perfect day, right? The reason I built a bar, like, man, after I'm done stressing, I'm making money, I used to like to drive the bar. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna build one in my backyard, and I ain't got to drive nowhere, and everybody's gonna be safe. I had a cousin last year that died from drunk driving. He worked at Tesla. He was on the wrong side of he was coming from work at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, and a drunk driver got on the wrong side of the freeway and head-on collision. You know, and he was just like me, and he never got to live longer. And, you know, so alcohol was one of the first things I wanted to eliminate, even though I feel I have it under control. Like, I didn't drink every day, but it was still hurting my health. So, Freon, when you say a good way to stop smoking, once you spend this month, take a couple of times and go to a cancer, go to hospice and visit them and go take them things and see the effects of smoking. Because when I went to AA, the Lino Club off of Brickhurst in Westminster, I would drive my motorcycle there every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I would listen to the stories before they go to work. And those guys were just trying to make it day by day. And the stories I heard, you know, guys that was trying to stop drinking, that their families would take all their clothes away from them. And the guy says, you know, he hit bottom when he walked to the fucking liquor store naked to get a drink. And that is when he knew he needed to change. Right? A guy, so you know, if you don't think you can stop, go into a place where people can't stop and see the results. For all you smokers, you know, go into the cancer ward, right? And just donate some time, give back, and then treat it as a day by day, and you'll realize how blessed we are.
And that goes right into environment on the other flip side of what you talked about, which is straight wisdom there. I agree with you on 100% with that. But put yourself in the environment to make you cause the change.
Your environment starts to change you, right? That's the purpose of this mastermind in general, You be around successful traders, your environment changes. You be around guys that are healthy, your environment changes. We have a mastermind here that for guys that want to move forward, that want to make small changes, you know, giving back, helping others, right? For someone really wanted to learn how to trade and they got help from other traders and they start sitting down next to them. That's the whole reason that, you know, next month we having a live trading day. It's just to be in the same room together, to sit next down to each other. Because there's only small little tweaks that happen. Right? Small tweaks. Befriend some of the people that's going through the cancer treatment. If, you know, befriend a person that's struggling with their weight loss. Befriend a person that is dying from smoking cigarettes. Right? And care about them. What you care about will change you. Right? I care about my kids. So your kids should change you. Right? And so I can make the change for myself. Like for me, I still hop on a bike. I still, you know, I still would drink. You know, I'm not saying I'm done drinking, but maybe I am. I don't know. You know, I didn't go pour, I'm not pouring out all my shit that I spent a lot of money on. I got some good alcohol back there. It's for the people that come over. They're gonna at least, you know, indulge in it. But you know, the results, you know, the question is, what is stopping you? What is stopping you from moving forward? What is stopping you from becoming a better trader? Right. And that is what, you know, what's the goal? And so when you put your goals there, that's going to be a aspect. What's the goals? I know some of you guys I'm going to talk to personally. You know, this masterclass is really about saying, hey, what you want to change on the crypto side. We're going to have Nicholas inside the group, you know, helping guys getting it started. This is a getting started type program. The 30-day challenge. On the health side, Justin is the expert. On the mindset side, you know, I think I'm kind of the expert. And, you know, my thing is results you can see, right? I started when I was 261. I'm at 244. I just weighed myself earlier before this call. And I'm going to post it in the group. And I'm going to keep going, right? And you guys will go with me. And then we'll also trade live. I'll post up. I'll go live throughout the group. I mean, so it's not the mastermind. It is a challenge. And, you know, some people, relationships, they have different challenges. But in these 30 days, we're going to move. We're going to get our body moving to earn, moving to make changes. That's what it's about, right? I want to move something, right? So when I hear the move to earn in crypto, you know, I think about the apps and the games, and we're going to get you started on that. We're going to teach you how to, we have a guide. So some of the things that we have that's going to be available. Let me share a screen so you guys don't think. The masterclass is information, and let me know if this has been helpful a little bit, at least eye-opening. I hate to try to be motivational, but you know, some of the steps is we have the move to earn. What's the FAQ, and then Justin, get ready to pull up your Notion. I want them to see that.
Yeah.
Step 2, you know, we're going to start off with the Step app. The Step app is not really going to make you a ton of money. I have it on my phone, but it is going to get you started in crypto. And so for you to use the Step app, you got to have BNB and know how to get it. So we're going to walk through that. We have an instructional video. And then we have a list of move to earn projects that on a daily basis. Just that alone to me is worth the 99 of staying in the group here. But we're saying how much value can we provide, you know, and it's not, you know, it's about giving, but we want this to take off, and we want other guys to jump in, and we want other guys to be motivated, and we want to save some people's lives by whether it's not taking that girl on a ride when you're drunk, or when she's drunk, or whether it's you know, being at the softball field, knowing to go get tested, to take, you know, take more interest in your physical. So on top of that, that is for the crypto side. The crypto side is intro to crypto, the intro to the move to earn. You know, we're going to get that in 30 days. And I'm going to talk about it a lot more. But also you're going to get, you know, our fitness guide. You want to open it up, Justin?
So fitness guide here, we're going to be using this as really the framework, the way to track out your workouts, measure out, you know, doing your daily tasks or check marks, you know, to establish health. In addition to that, we got meal plans, workout libraries, ways to track and measure weight and body measurements. So we're using this as a tool. Really, what gets measured gets managed, right? So this is just bringing awareness to what is progress and how to measure it and track it. And I'm going to be doing 2 calls a week in the group, which is really going to be 2 coaching calls a week that is just going to go into the deeper layers of health, nutrition, and fitness, and, you know, wrapping it up with mindset as well. And this is really just going to be the other side of, you know, Jamar's got the guides and everything to do with the move to earn. This is really the guide that's going to give you an all-in-one, you know, how to eat, how to move, and then also an ability to track things. So it's really meant to make things that may be overwhelming to some, to make it very simple, because we got just a simple checklist and a way of just keeping it simple.
And this
And
is
really, the key is, you know, compliance is the science. So, you know, if we can make it easy for you, it's going to be that much easier to integrate.
all right. And this is just the start. So, I mean, to me, this is a program that if you went somewhere else, it would be 6,000 up front, 8,000, because it's about the money for them, right? And for us, it's about the change. And we know that, I know that going forward, this will become big. So right now, the masterclass was $1 to 10. If you guys don't want to move forward, you exit, because earlier this morning, the masterclass was changed over. It is 99 going forward. So in 14 days or 30 days, it will be 99 going forward to stay involved in that environment where there's 2 coaching calls. It's actually five, and it's really about just getting started. So for the people that was unclear, we wanted to offer it to the mastermind members, or at least say, hey, the masterclass is $1. There is a barrier. Because some people wouldn't pay $1. Some people won't pay 99, and that's totally fine. And for us, anybody that paid $1 and wants their money back, anybody that paid 99 and wants it back, we'll give it back, but we don't want to feel used. Right? So for me, it is about, I'm doing it for myself, right? I'm losing weight and I'm making more money. I'm going to be involved in the Move to Earn app. But I just wanted my goal to be able to impact others. Justin is a great guy. He charges 12 grand. He has jiu-jitsu. He does other things. And this is a way for a mastermind member to partner and for us to share. And then we can also highlight some of the other experts that we have inside of the mastermind. Lamar runs the gym. Nicholas, you know, cross country is in Mississippi. He teaches people crypto in Mississippi. So for me, I wanted to expose more of the mastermind, but I wanted guys to hit their goals. And also wanted, you know, people that just joined this masterclass, if you get one thing out of it, go get testing, go check your health. You know, it's not going to stop me, whether it's 100 people in this group, 1,000 or 1. You know, it is my mindset that I'm switching. Like I turn it on. You know, for me to stop cold turkey, alcohol and sugar, I fucking ordered some elk meat, some bison. I got some secrets that Justin is helping me get my testosterone. Y'all gonna see a more aggressive Jamar James.
Yeah, Fridays are going to start turning into profits.
All right. Well, shit, I ain't gonna have a whole bunch of new friends. So we might be trading. I'm gonna be trading with Brandon every Friday morning now, because the lifestyle has changed so much. So you know, with that being said, we said we were gonna have this class for an hour. One of the things that we'll do is I'll email maybe one of a couple of guides to you guys. If you want to stay in, you know, you do nothing, and we add you into the Facebook group. If you want a refund or you don't want to get charged, just cancel. I know a couple of people, they've seen that 14-day trial or 7-day trial or 14-day trial, and they canceled already. If you canceled already, we're not going to move forward. You know, it's kind of decision that, hey, I don't want to do this. And that is the only thing that we wanted to offer, right? We wanted to see who wanted to go forward and who didn't. And to me, results you can see in 30 days, that's what it's about. and we wanted to create that small group again where guys work together, become accountability partners. We have a goal setting that we're going to move everybody into our Facebook environment. And so this way, when guys are working out, they're going to post up. You know, when guys are taking trades, they're going to post up. And that is kind of, you know, the 30-day challenge is going to be do something every day. Stop talking about it, do it. And if you need help, ask for it. Right? Nicholas will be there inside, you know, on the to get guys started. And this is really for new people to crypto, new people to working out. You know, that's why it's going to go easy in the first. What can you add by eliminating? You know, I could have dropped weight just by eliminating alcohol and sugar. I could have add, you know, a better, less stress if eliminate some negative people out of my life. Right. So that is the challenge, right? We're gonna move some shit around in your life in the next 30 days and see how it goes. Right. And please do not join the environment if you can't commit to 30 days. Like I'm being straight up. I don't, you know, the trial to get you into the masterclass is really, you guys are interested. If you got here, now the price goes up. You know, cause I just want guys, 99 is not a lot to lose, right? Is you get way more the value, right? It's energy. That's what it's up, Miss Renee. The movement creates energy, which the effort, you know, and then it creates energy. First day schedule tomorrow is you'll be in the Facebook group. You'll get the checklist. You'll pick one. You know, you're gonna focus on crypto. You're gonna focus on your health. If you do both, and if you do both, then you're gonna start with the move to earn apps, and you're gonna go through step 1, step 2. So, for me, everybody's on different stages. Day 1 tomorrow for me starts with no food. You know, for the next 7 days, I will not eat. I would only drink liquids. Right, cold baths for some people. Other people, it will be, you know, not smoke for 7 days, not drink. You know, for some people, it will be I'm only going to eat meat. You know, you're gonna make a declaration. And so, with that being said, we're gonna send an email out, you know, with the Facebook group, and actually, we'll put it in right now. And so, for people that want to continue and move forward, that haven't signed up, if you sign up for the trial and you pay the $1, you're automatically in. But if you're not gonna, you know, go for it, don't just hang around, because if you're not active, I'm gonna remove people and refund their money anyways. Because it's not about that. It's about I don't want anyone watching. I want people participating, right? Some of you guys are happy paying to watch other people have sex. I want the people that want to do it. All right. We can say what we want and we can be totally free. Right. My wife actually sent me a message the other day. She says, "Are you really gonna get naked in the group?" No, she's like, that's going a little bit too far. Sometimes at DCG free, we take it too far with that. So we'll see if you're still in. That is the Facebook group. It's the Move to Earn Challenge. Put it inside of here. You know, we'll match your email. You said the toes is enough? Yeah, she made me a appointment at the I told her you had to wait to Tuesday though, because I got mindset, I got a mastermind report. And so hey, if this has been helpful, just let me know. You know, in a 1 hour, we had a lot that we had PowerPoints. Me and Justin worked on this for 2 weeks, and we showed you guys maybe 25% of our PowerPoints.
Oh.
Justin, go through real quick and show them a couple of more pages. So this way we have 2 or 3 minutes. Because we want to talk about sleep, we want to talk about water. Hey,
yeah, so some key things here, you know, this is a good image here that I want you to walk away with. You know, if you're in a dirty environment, you don't try to out supplement or out feed, you know, eat good. You need to get out of that environment and get into a clean tank. So if you got a sick fish, how do you treat it? You medicate the fish or you put it into a clean tank. So that's the power of environment. Some other key things here that I was really going over, the understanding the connection between sleep and cognitive performance. These were some things that we were talking about in terms of like what's going to feed somebody to want to better their health if they're trading crypto. Well, if you can connect the dots between, working on your health is going to improve your overall capability to perform. When I talk about performance, I'm not talking about just athletic performance. I'm like literally talking about how you think, how you manage stress, how reactive you are. Are you kicking the dog, or are you cool, calm, collected? And that's what we need to really focus on when it comes to health, is that everything should improve. Your quality of life, your energy, your sex drive, your sleep, your your energy overall. So these are things that we got to pay attention to, and continue to just drive home. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is a little bit just on another note here is, when you talk about that testosterone factor, it's not just traders. This is when you improve your hormones, when you improve your health, you're improving wins, winning in life, your deeper connection with yourself, deeper connection with your family, deeper connection with your input and information. Things get clearer. Stress starts to not dilute and fog up your brain. So these are just little things that, that little things can go a long, long way. And, sleep probably being one of those number one things. We're going to be going over a lot in the 30-day challenge, ways to optimize sleep, how nutrition optimizes sleep, how movement optimizes sleep, and then also some things that you don't necessarily can't pull off Google to enhance your situation and environment.
Man, it's awesome. So, I just wanted you guys to know this is in addition, just another mission. I didn't want the mastermind to be full of health, DCG to be full of health things, because guys came in for trading, stocks, options, forex, crypto, but this is a lifestyle challenge. And for me, one of the big things is even sleeping. That was important for me to get more sleep, more water. Some things that we already know we should be doing. Everything that we talked about here, you guys, may have already known, and that's why the entry was small. But there's some experts is inside of this challenge, crypto side and other sides. But really for people that's totally new to crypto, we're gonna get them involved in crypto with the move to earn. Yeah, it's 99 for everybody in DCG, or anybody that joins this challenge is 99. After the 14, or if you got on the trial, and anybody that comes in after this call, it is 99. And it's not optional. It's not, hey, I'm mastermind, hook me up. There's none of that shit. You're hooking yourself up. Right? And if you don't, there's not a hard sell. This is for us individually, right? And that is accountability. That's a reminder that you're in this and you pay something. Ask Justin. I was like, Justin, I guess I'll ask him in public. What did you get by paying for a $30,000 mastermind? What do you think? Because, when you look back, he was telling me he was like a month behind on your rent or something like that. I mean, tell us
3 months behind rent, and I was looking for a solution in my business. And this mastermind, I needed new friends. Everybody who I was around was miserable, and I was not happy with my results and what I was getting. And I ended up somehow, some way coming together to where I could actually get into one of these masterminds. It was 10K for me, and it ended up producing massive results. And the biggest thing that it was the environment. I mean, you talk about how you got to pay for new friends. It's like they just hold you to a different standard. You're having different you're talking differently. You're not talking about sports. You're not talking about drinking. You're not talking about girls or this, that. You're talking about making moves. You're talking about, how to elevate. What's the limitations in your life? How to overcome those, and you can speak freely without people judging, and they're aware of their own situations and their own problems, so they can help you out with that process as well. So, the participation is the biggest thing here. You got to participate for yourself, so you got to show up every single day. You got to get up at a certain time. You got to make the commitment to move. You got to make you got to participate, you got to post, you got to, reach out, because your efforts are going to motivate and elevate somebody else's effort. And that's the power of environment. And that's why I paid 10K and 30K for these masterminds. It's because it forced me, I had to show up. Like I couldn't show up and not look at myself in the mirror and say I gave it my all if I paid that much money and didn't show up to these groups.
All right. There's no more free rides for me. I mean, I'm in the same mastermind. I flew to Tennessee, paid for the hotel, paid for the thing, and we met for 4 hours. And the environment and the guys that are on a high level, it is 4,000 just to go to the event for the day. And so I know that the biggest thing is that what I was told is that I've always undercharged, and the people don't value it. But I'm not going to change who I am, for that, because it was about impact. I got a bunch of people that like me, and I have a few people that don't like me. And at the higher levels, that all happens, right? You always want to have people that don't like you when you move forward. And that is just a cost of doing business and being focused on your goals. So, even inside the house, my wife asks me every day, do you want to go out to eat? No, we're not eating. I got my elk, I got my bison, I got my piece of meat. You guys can go. Well, you can order something on the menu that is healthy. I'll help you. No, I don't want to be in an environment. I don't even want to be tempted. I love margaritas. All right. It almost cost me 2 weeks in jail going to the bar, and having a girl fall off. I'm not going. So, that's the conclusion. You guys got a little skin in the game if you choose to. But if not, we want the before and after pictures. We want the posting. This is results you can see. And if you guys make excuses, I'll just refund your money and get you out of there. Like, to keep it 100. Justin charged 12 grand, right? To work with me personally, I feel my time is worth a lot more. So I'm gonna be posting every day in the group. And also, yeah, and that's one of the things. One of the food allergies that one of our mastermind members was allergic to, he was trying to get healthy for all them years. He was allergic to the salad. And the salad was staying in his intestine, and he was gonna die. Right? So the salad is one of the worst things you can eat in the restaurant.
Yeah, it's dirty stuff. And there's with those food intolerances, what's healthy isn't necessarily healthy for you. I had a guy who he couldn't work out because he was allergic to pineapple. He was getting stomach cramps and eating it every day. We found out he was allergic to it. As soon as he got off of it, he was good.
So that's what I got when I was working with Justin. He made me go through all these other tests. That was the 101. We're not doing that in the 30-day challenge, but we want to just get you started. So there's some things that I'm doing with Justin now with a hormonal balance that's part of his upper program, but it's going to change my life, right? And it is just the fact that we started to even get into the weight loss that changed everything else, right? And that's the reason I'm meeting with a doctor in Oklahoma, because my daughter and my wife, like, they have different issues that they go through. She get bloated when she drinks dairy. There's things you can treat and you have to know. But most people go through life just saying, hey, it makes me feel different, blah, blah, blah. And they never address it. So the more we can find out earlier, the more we can be around in this environment, like Lamar is talking about for blood type personalization, just having that conversation, it will change somebody's life. And that's what we're about. So on that note, man, thank you guys for the time. We went extra. We didn't show as much as we wanted to show, but at least it's full of passion. All right,
Hey,
reach out to me. Yeah.
Jamar, one quick question from Freon. Will there be a link to make the payment, or will it come out automatically from BCG app?
Nah, we had to give you the oh, well, yeah, if anybody that signed up with the link, there was a it will come up automatically. So everybody that signed up with the link is on a trial. So you're good. You got 14 days and you can cancel. But if you want to cancel, cancel. The person that canceled before, as soon as they cancel, I'll remove them from the group. It's not, you cut the cable off and say you don't want it, you don't want it. Why stick around? If it's about the price, then you can't afford it. And then the Move to Earn link, if you didn't sign up for it, let me see if I have it somewhere. Let me put it in the group before we get off. This is now all the links are changed. Now it is 99 going forward, and that is just direct. So anyone that didn't take this master class, for them to get in, they will pay the small fee and they will start on their own. So they can start at any time, because anyone comes in is going to be the same. We'll have a class every Sunday night for the crypto thing. We have a mindset calls. I'll go on live every day I work out. I'll be sharing my experiences of how I feel not to eat meat, not to eat food, to go straight liquid. And you'll see the results, whether I lose 2 pounds or 10, but it's really about a detox. How do you get added to the Facebook group? There was a Facebook link I put in this. And I'll also, right here, just request to be added in. We'll be matching up everybody that's in the Facebook to everybody that's active. That's the Facebook group right here. And I'll also send an email and a link to everybody in today and let them know that, hey, it's day 1. It is day 1 starting Monday, August 1st. All right. Hey, thank you guys for the time.
Thank you, guys.
Hope you guys got a lot of value, and see you on the inside.